Welcome back to another live show. I'm not really set up all the way. That's okay. Let me quickly do this. That way we get the background all set up for you guys. And the green screen's working just fine. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Nice to be back from a nice break. Actually, it's kind of enticing and stuff to relax and not do a bunch of shows and stuff. Actually, it's kind of nice to sit back and relax. So sorry about for the wait and stuff. And also this last week trying to set up this stream has been a pain, and I've been sick and things have been coming up. So and lo and behold, here we are. Got a couple things to share with you guys. I got to get a couple things ready to go. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good and stuff. I know this isn't going to be like super long show, no 4-hour show or anything like that. But come on, let you know, guys, I'm still alive. I didn't get eaten by Bigfoot. When I'm out in the woods, I do got a lot of probably 50 hours plus of audio that I've been going through. So that's been fun. I actually got one interesting clip lined up that I want to share with you guys that I find interesting and stuff. But I still have a lot to go through, and for the most part, not really much going on in the most Bigfoot fashion on the half of the audio that I've gone through so far. So, or more than half, I should say. So this is a pretty interesting thing that maybe Bigfoot related, maybe not Bigfoot related. Very interesting nonetheless. Also, got a couple clips I'm going to probably just show for you guys that I had lined up and ready in a different mindset when I had created the show and rescheduled it quite a few times. Actually, I quite a few things have happened, so it's very it's very good to be on the show right now. Having fun, getting things ready. So hopefully everyone's doing good. I'm gonna put maybe I can't do that. Okay, never mind. But yeah, anyways, getting ready for the conference. That's going to be September 28th here in Mason, Michigan. You guys can. I'm about to. The link is in the description. I was going to put it in the chat and stuff, but for some reason it's bugging out for a second. So I'm switching over, and I'm going to download some interesting videos that are related, and then we're going to get ready for this clip once we get going here. All right, let's see if this works. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the links in the description for the event as we're getting closer and closer, and we're going to be doing a camp out afterwards. So contact me if you guys would like to get info on that, be a part of that and stuff. It's kind of invitation special. It's not open to the public. I don't want any random bimbo coming and going in the woods and causing a ruckus and stuff. This is more invitation only, and this is research driven and stuff. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But when we are out in the woods, and we are, especially if something happens, it's very critical that the people that you surround yourself is going to be people who are of discipline and who can really just basically control themselves in a multitude of different situations that might arise. So it's pretty much why I say kind of semi invitation only, because yeah. I guess I'm trying to put up this photograph and stuff, but I haven't done StreamYard in such a while when it comes to oh, that's what I could do when it comes to using the photographs and stuff like that. But I have an idea. So anyways, getting ready for that. We already got a couple speakers lined up and stuff, so I'm happy about that. Let me check something first. And getting the campground and spots already set up, and what we are going to be doing. But mainly, actually, I'm going to talk about is, of course, the conference, and we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I think, I think a lot of conferences are pretty much the same. You get speakers, and they speak and give their presentation, and and depending on who you hear from, sometimes they say the same things. But I'm gonna try to be a little bit more interactive with this conference and stuff. As we're going to get into trying to teach people, especially if we have a younger crowd, hopefully teach people how to, if they come across actual evidence and stuff, to document it. If they have a sighting and stuff, how to properly document that sighting, how to cast tracks and stuff, and who to contact and stuff. Not just me or the other presenters and speakers at the conference, but other people who they could contact in Michigan State University, Michigan University, of course, get the ball rolling for other people, non-Bigfoot related people, that if they do come across things in the woods, that at least they remember some of the things that we talk about. And it's not just, rehashing of stories in Bigfoot land and stuff to the general public, but this is actually teaching the general public how to conduct research in such a way that when they come across things, I couldn't figure out how to put the picture up and stuff. So, and of course I don't pay for StreamYard. So here we go. Where you have the link in the description will take you to this page and you'll see this picture and stuff. And this is going to be the second annual Michigan Bigfoot and Dogman Conference, the same place as it was last year, 700 East Ash Street, Mason, Michigan. That is just a couple of miles south of the capital of Michigan, a couple of miles south of Lansing, and a couple miles north of Jackson, Michigan and stuff. So, and you would be surprised that Mason, Michigan, and Ingham County and the surrounding counties have a plethora of Bigfoot sightings. Actually, dozens of Bigfoot sightings. And most of these land and stuff that you would have around here is all farmland. It's mostly huge farms and generational farmers and stuff. And give me a second. You would be surprised the number of reports that other people have got that I recently just got just by randomly asking and stuff. But Mason, Michigan is a kind of right in the middle of a lot of different sightings in the farmland of Michigan. You would be surprised. I mean, this could be in anywhere in America that has farmlands in the country. It's nowhere spectacular. It's not the Pacific Northwest. It's not the Everglades of Florida. It's not. It does have variety of different habitats and stuff when you get into the hardwoods and the swamps and stuff. Mainly, you have a big square. You have farmlands that are the outside and take up semi the middle of the square, but the woods in the swamp are in the middle of the square, and the houses and the farms themselves are the perimeter on the roads. So when you look at the map, which we might get into to help explain that, we'll take a look and you can understand better. But basically, there's a lot of farms and stuff, but you have chunks of lands that are square. You have a farm that are the perimeter with the houses, and in the middle are always these chunks of woods, swamps, and you have a variety of different I call it micro habitats here in Michigan and stuff, because you could have a mixed forest of trees and then some hardwood woods, and then you go into a patch of pines and then down into a swamp or a marsh, grassy marsh terrain and stuff, more open marshy fields and stuff. So you have a lot of micro habitats, and you would be surprised with the number of sightings of Bigfoot out of and around Mason, Michigan, the location of our Bigfoot and Dogman Conference, and Dogman sightings too. I've had my own, and you would be, seeing is believing. That's all I have to say. So, hey, everyone in chat. See everyone's filling up. Miss Sandra Piper and Nikki. Good to see you guys. You gals doing good. So I'm excited about it. Took a little break and stuff. It's been needed. It was actually tempting not to do the show tonight, tempting not to do the show for a whole nother week. Actually, it's actually very relaxing when you don't have to be on schedule and constantly do that and stuff. It's been I've been doing this for a couple years now, and pretty routinely at that. So, anyways, I do got a lot of audio that I've been going through, about 50 plus hours of audio, and I'm about to get more this weekend. Another, Uh, you know, 3 days worth. So you say 34 hours, 36 hours worth. 36 hours worth, generally at 12 hours at nighttime. Um, and there's a lot of things going on, being that it's summer and stuff. The audio recorder batteries are draining a lot more. It's a lot harder to, well, they don't last during the day when it's 90 degrees out or 85 degrees out. But I do have good news. Next week, I'm getting the audio recorder set up, long duration one that's going to be out in a random spot. And I'll probably get another one too, but because I'm going to get a Tash Cam audio recorder, and I'm also going to get a Sony Olympus because the one that I'm using is old and it is trusty and it's been through a lot of abuse, and so it's pretty good. So, anyways, I'm pretty excited about that. Excited about this camp out that we are going to do, and going into a couple of locations and stuff. Gonna be going to some new spots and stuff. I've been actually thinking a lot, which with what Pat was saying, he might jump on tonight. I think is what he said. I did catch his live after the fact, but the conjuring of Bigfoot and stuff. So I've been placing the auto recorder in random new spots, old spots too, and simply not letting the Bigfoot on the brain try to get influence or anything. It's strictly whatever epically happens on the auto recorder, is going to be proof positive of itself. It doesn't need an explanation. So, but when we're going out there into some of these spots and stuff, we're going to have to really make sure that we're not conjuring the Bigfoot and stuff, or if that's actually not happening and stuff, because I know, there's a lot of woo possibilities, a lot of spiritual possibilities. Sometimes there's the Nephilim possibilities, and when all those kind of come into play, then there's a bunch of conjuration and things that could be happening that might be similar to ghost hunting and paranormal research when you're dealing with little ghost kids who are, demonically blah, blah, blah. Then, the rabbit hole goes down from there. You apply that to Bigfoot and stuff in similar fashion. There's a lot of similarities with camera equipment going malfunctioning, chasing after things and, not quite getting there. The conjuration type of aspect where, seemingly Bigfoot pops up everywhere. And I'm going to do a little bit more, another show on that. I'm going to bring a little piece of evidence of a famous author who has a little input and stuff. So we're kind of jumping around on this show, previewing what's going to be happening in the future, and most importantly, getting ready for the conference, because we're going to be doing this each and every year. I think September might be a good month. Actually, the reason why it's September 28th is a couple of reasons. Hopefully the bugs won't be too bad when we're out camping, but it is the last weekend before hunting season. So this is the last epic fun before all the hunters are in there, at least for that first weekend with bow hunting. So there's a good chance that all the animals and stuff naturally know that this is the time of season where hunters come in and are moving around, and they're running around. And Bigfoot, I believe, in my personal opinion, what they do, these strategies change, and they adopt different strategies when they know that hunters are about to come into the forest. And first of all, there's already hunters that have already been in the forest. Actually, September, there's disabled hunting for veterans, and there's kid hunting and stuff like that. So actually, there's already stuff going on. So Bigfoot already get into that mindset. But the big boys come out October 1st with archery, and then gun season. But gun season's only for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks in winter for rifles and everything else. But we'll get into that later. But so yeah, I got a couple of speakers, got a couple lines we're waiting on, and hopefully can get them over to the camping spot too, because it's going to be pretty epic actually. So I think it'll be pretty interesting when I can announce a little bit more the speakers and stuff as we get slowly going. Hopefully the rest of 2 more weeks, I would say. So yeah, $30 online if you get the tickets in advance, $35 at the door. There's a limited vendor table availability, and it's $40. So you can actually sneak in a +1 if you get for $40, and you get a table so you can sell stuff. So it's kind of a deal. But there's only a limited amount, and I don't really want people outside because it could be rainy and all this and all that, and we're growing and stuff. This isn't some major festival yet. But like I really want to do is teach. It'd be fun to get all you guys over here and all the researchers and have really good discussions. But I think a more important reason for the event would be to teach the general public and mainly younger audiences, those who are more physically able and are going to have more opportunities in their life to go out in the woods, to teach them how to at least document properly, better, and with the mindset of that research standard of, oh, I had an encounter. I'll write down the time, the environment, when and where, what happened, and a little bit better than just remembering it. If they come across footprints and stuff, maybe they might be, we're going to show them and teach them how to do casting. They might be a little bit more proficient and come up with a cast. Who knows? At least they'll have the idea of, oh, you know what? When I went to this Bigfoot conference, I learned how to do casting and stuff. And why don't we just go and pick up and go do that? And, we can have some random general public people bring forth evidence and stuff. And also it's a great hub to have people to come forth and bring their stories, have forth and bring evidence if they have any evidence, and talk about it and stuff. And I do have audio, actually. I have 2 different clips of audio, and they're a couple minutes long, of a supposed Bigfoot here in Michigan. I've had it for a year now because I've been vetting the witness and stuff, the person who gave me the evidence. And it is of her mom, and what she records is a Bigfoot. Supposedly, she doesn't know what it is. They don't know what it is. You hear this thing make a vocalization, and then you do hear tree breaking, and then the other video and stuff, you do have more tree breaking and stuff, and it did scare the mom and stuff. And of course, she did take the video of the cell phone, right, on her cell phone, and she's in the house, and she says, like, what the F is this, or what's that? And so I randomly talked to the daughter, and last year, and before I did the conference, and she's like, oh yeah, my mom encountered something, has a video, and it took a couple weeks before I actually got the video. And I've been sitting on it for a year because I've been going back and talking to the witness and to the daughter and kind of vetting her out, making sure I'm not being hoaxed, making sure everything's 100% legit. And I am confidently able to say that I believe It is 100% that the witness and the daughter that I have been talking with is it's true and stuff. It's real. It's legit. It's very interesting, and I haven't made a video about it or anything like that, but I will be playing at the conference, and I'm sure there will be a video and stuff like that. I'm actually trying to. I'm not able to get on location because the mother and the father don't want. They don't want a big old. They don't want a bunch of shenanigans on the property, basically going on or happening or after effects and stuff like that. So we're going to try to get the daughter and do a interview and stuff, and close by at the location, and try to make a little bit more professional deal about it instead of plastering it out there and all that. So I do have that. It is very interesting. It's been something in the works. I think let's get this other audio ready right now. I am going to head out tomorrow in the woods with a buddy. We're going to be checking out a place. He's going to be taking me, showing me some stuff. So hopefully we have some activity. All right, that is. All right, let me share my whole screen. That way you guys can hear it. All right, so anyone guess what we have here? If you're looking at an audio spectrogram and stuff, and you see this stuff, vocalizations of what animal? Well, let's take a listen, and let's just take a listen. I'm not gonna say anything. I guess I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to prime anyone. You might not hear it the first time. Let me play it twice. I'm gonna look at the comments. If you guys can hear it or not, let me know. Then let me amplify it and do my thing if we need to. All right. Let me try to work with that. Actually, let me just open a new one because I already saved that just in case something like that would happen. Let me redo that and then make sure it works. And that way you guys can look at it. Get it all ready for you guys. So, been going through dozens of hours of audio, and this is one of the things that I thought was interesting. And I know that Pat's been doing a couple shows and stuff, and Bigfoot calling with coyotes and stuff like that. And right recently, the Ohio Bigfoot howl, and I did check out some of those hand crank sirens and stuff. Maybe maybe an old one that was going out, and little defective, might have a particular sound and a dull pitch that you might be able to get close to some of that sounds. But all right, this one works. Now let's present it. All right. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, let's play that again and see if you guys notice anything that catches your ear. All right. All right, so you guys can hear that. Wolf, those are coyotes, I believe, but there's something in there that is making some weird noise. So let's go back to it, and I'll show you guys. Share this. Turn on this. All right, so right here, this first one and this second one right here, you hear this like wah, wah sound. Very, to me personally, it sounds very, it doesn't sound like normal coyote sounds that I would recognize. Maybe you guys recognize this, someone out there. So let's take a listen, and I'll amplify it here. But we're going to take a look at these two. We're just going to keep playing it now. All right. Gonna hear enough. It sounds like pups. Yeah, it sounds like a wah, and then it sounds like something sounds maybe does it again, and then that's when the pack starts the yipping and stuff, and they all yip fast. So let me amplify it. First, and if you want to know what I'm using a free program called Audacity, and you guys can download that, read the manual how to do everything. There's a lot more on this than just listening to sounds and doing what I'm doing. So, all right, it's been a while, so I'm get a little always get a little nervous when I got to show my work on the lives. So what we're gonna do is I think we're going to just do the basic amplify, and what I like to do is I like to amplify it by 6.5 each time. It's a nice little number, and you can see that see it will amplify, and then amplify it right there. Now prepare yourselves. It might be a little loud. There's the yipping all through here. All right, now I'm going to go back. And then we are going to eliminate some of this background noise first. And then we're going to amplify it. So that's just a basic amplification of everything without trying to... we are going to go to the low pass filter, and then we are going to judge, I'll say 2500. And you see that it eliminated it. You got to be careful though, because the closer that line is to where your vocalization or the evidence of what you're trying to amplify and mess with can get a little distorted and stuff. So you want to make sure that you have enough space in between. Same thing if you eliminated the bottom half with a high pass filter. All right, so now we're going to amplify it again. 6.5. Then we'll play that. All this yipping through here and stuff, very normal sounding coyotes. And I should have done the whole clip. That's okay. Just what's going on? Amplify it again. Let me... All right, now let's do it. Yeah. This right here, this little wah, that is very interesting to me. I've never heard. I've listened to several coyote packs go off. I'm probably gonna have to put a compilation together, but I've never heard this wah sound in the middle of coyotes going off. So that is what I wanted to show you guys. Let me look at some of the comments and stuff. And yeah. Usually when the packs and stuff, they're all yipping and stuff. It's when they're all hunting and um excited and stuff. Sometimes when we're out researching and we're making calls, we'll call in a pack of coyotes and they'll get really close and they'll start making all those calls and yipping and getting all excited, and then bam, it's quiet and they like move on and stuff. Um Coyotes are very smart and stuff, they're very curious animals, very intelligent animals. They do get hunted pretty heavily here in Michigan. So there's some pressure on them. So they are a predator that you know, I've heard a lot of sounds with coyotes and stuff, and I have never really heard that wah sound, especially loud like that. It'd be different if it was like a wah, and but not a sound that's carrying distance and stuff. And when they get in their yipping, uh, they could sound interesting like that. They also can sound like laughing and stuff. You might hear them sound sometimes when they're yipping and they're all going out and they're excited and stuff. It'll sound like they're almost like a laughing sound or a laughing hyena sound, which is something I've heard before. But that wah sound, and that's the problem with trying to show it live and show it as everyone's headset, everyone's sound system, everyone's settings are different. So it's gonna turn up and sound differently to everyone. But I will go back and I'll try to de-amplify it, and then I'll play it again for you guys because it is very interesting. I'll probably make it just a single, maybe a short, because it is only a minute long or whatever. Make a little video about it, put it out there. Maybe ask a couple hunters what I should do. Actually, throw it in a coyote hunting group and say, "Hey, you guys ever heard this sound before?" Because I would probably get the most direct, simple, and fastest response from experts, the coyote hunting experts and stuff, of course, where they are the ones who are hearing the sounds, calling these coyote packs in, putting lead down range and putting them down. So they might have come across this wah sounding coyote call. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a super rare coyote call, and that's not well known about or studied, or maybe I simply just don't know, and it is a well known coyote call, and and all that. I don't know, guys. That's why I'm here presenting it to you guys as something interesting. I'm not saying it's Bigfoot. I don't know what it is. It's just something that I put my audio recorder out there and it does what it does, and it picks up the natural sounds. Now it's in a coyote pack, right? So like the simplest answer would be, well, it's a cat. It must be a coyote, right? All right, let's play it one more time. All right. All right, let me amplify it at least once. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, if you can listen to it later with some headphones, there's a particular wah sounding vocalization that I'm not familiar with. Maybe you've heard it, but all the other coyote sounds sound normal to me. So that is just one particular wah. It literally sounds wah, and I was thinking, maybe it could be an owl that was up above a tree and has got spooked and just went wah. I know crows can make a wah sound, but not high pitched like that. Not something that would carry over on an audio recorder and stuff. It's kind of hard to judge how far the coyotes are from the audio recorder, but they're not right up next to it. It'd be a lot louder. So, but this was taken. This was taken at my one audio research spot that has got a couple things that I lost because when I switched computers over and stuff, it didn't make it. But in that was a literally sound like when you pick up a stick and you woof, woof. That's what it sounded like, and it was cold enough that there was no bugs yet. And the signature, I wish I had it. I really wish that I had it, but the signature is different because I have bug sounds. I have buzzing, like a bee or a fly. I have different things going up to the audio recorder, and you can see the signatures and what they sound like. And it was completely different than with this whoosh, whoosh. And I wish I clipped it out and saved it to my Google Drive, but I did not do that. Maybe I played a couple times and stuff, and amplify it and do different things to it to try to bring it out the best for different devices and different people. For me, my headphones and my setup, I can hear it perfectly clear as day, and maybe it is normal and stuff, but it is interesting. And if it was a normal coyote sound or a rare coyote sound, it would be good to recognize that, because that if I heard a wah out there, I wouldn't think coyote. That wouldn't be the first thing that I would think of, and not really something that normally I would you would hear and stuff. Maybe it is some vocalization muffled into a scuffle and, behind some trees. And it's, there's a possibility of it's simply the answer. It just, it's a little bit abnormal and stuff. And when you're listening to the audio recorder, there's normal sounds that you're going to listen to and recognize and constantly get. And then there's going to be the abnormal stuff that is like, hey, this sounds a little bit different. I don't know what this is. I don't recognize this with a bunch of coyote sounds that I always recognize and hear. And that is mainly what the whole audio research is about is, you don't really know what is making the sounds, but regardless, you can still pick up and try to find out what the sounds are, especially vocalizations like we have now. And if they are a rare vocalization or a normal vocalization, it's good to spread the word, because if I hear a wah sound out there in the woods, I'm not typically going to think coyote. But if they can make that sound, wah, and it sounds heavy, raspy, not yippity, that might trick people out there. A lone coyote going wah out there might trick some people, right? And so it'd be good to get to the bottom of it and figure out exactly what the vocalization is, or if coyotes can make some deep wah sounding vocalizations, or what, and then we're going to keep of course putting the audio back out there, and hopefully get recurring audio patterns from those particular coyotes, and maybe figure out if there's something else going on. It's all, it's just all part of it. It's a nice passive way to go out there and not really influence exactly what's going to happen on the auto recorder. The only influence I have to worry about is the interpretation of the audio, right? But putting it out on live and stuff, it's kind of hard to, put my little spin on it when I don't know, and I want everyone else to figure it out and guess. And but the one audio I have from the lady who recorded the supposedly Bigfoot or some other creature, that is, pretty impressive. And I don't recognize the audio vocalization that I hear, and it does sound beefy. So I'm excited and stuff to show that, and like I said, I want to do an interview with the daughter and try to actually interview the actual eyewitness to the event, to the encounter, and then maybe professionally put it together a little bit more than what I could do, by showing it on a live, and then blah 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 blah, talk about it and stuff. A little bit better with people and eyewitnesses, and or at least close to being on site, not on site, but close to being on site. So yeah, that was the reason why I wanted to show you guys the audio recording, because I've heard several audio. I have my own, probably at least a dozen different minimum audio of coyotes, and never heard that in the out in the field. I've never really heard that recognized as a normal recognizable coyote vocalization that you would hear. So that's why, of course, I'm bringing it to everyone else, bringing it to the community, because that's what you do, right? Show evidence, bring a little interest, and put it out there for my peers to review and ponder, and give me some feedback and some answers and stuff, because we should find out all the answers and recognize that most vocalizations and stuff that we are going to hear in the woods during the daytime especially are going to be birds, right? At nighttime, most birds go to sleep, but there are nighttime birds, and birds make a plethora of different vocalizations and high pitches, and can do a lot of different things. So At nighttime, there's only a couple, animals and things that make vocalizations, and I got a lot of animals and pesky little rodents that will come up and mess with the audio recorder, and you hear a little squeak, and they rubbing the whiskers. It sounds like on the device, next to the device, and uh, so there's a whole host of different animal sounds and stuff out there that are constantly happening every single night that are normal, right? We're trying to get the abnormal, the things that are way different, just that jump out at you like, oh my god, this is a little bit different, like this coyote sound. It's just a little different, right? So, and that's all it's about, There's no conjuring the Bigfoot up, it's leaving the auto recorder out, and whatever happens happens. And maybe if there's something in the area, it might see me setting the auto recorder out, but other than that, I'm not directly trying to influence. And audio is really good, I think, as a tool when you're out there, right? Because you can be out there, you can film stuff, and there's Bigfoot in every little bush, even on the video camera, right? But audio, if something happens, like you say a vocalization happened, and you're running your audio and it's good, should be on there. It's not so hard to it's not so easy to find a Bigfoot behind every bush using an audio recorder. If you have something that's captured, it's either going to be something very interesting or nothing at all that you can hear. It's a good way to it's a good way to get out there and make sure, if you don't have anyone out there by yourself, you're solo, it's a good way to have an objective witness that can hear things and can be interpreted later by other people, instead of, oh, well, I heard this vocalization out there and it sounded like Bigfoot. Did you run the audio? No. Well, I didn't have it. And stuff happens. I mean, I've had stuff where I've just shut off the equipment and something happens, and it sucks. But at the same time, it's great to have audio running passively in an area where you're not even going into. Just straight up go, put the audio recorder out, go back. That's it. And that's what I've been doing and going to do in some other spots, and try not to conjure a Bigfoot up, right? If that is possibly happening and stuff. And also minimal Bigfoot on the brain. And when we have our camp out and we have a group of people and stuff, I'm going to be setting up multiple audio recorders, game cameras, and different stuff, and try to not have Bigfoot on the brain in a group setting. So when real stuff actually starts happening, that is, very interesting, not normal, we can be ready and we can be sure that it's real and not just an illusion that we are putting on ourselves. And I only want reputable people who are disciplined, and not people who are going to influence others with Bigfoot on the brain, because that can happen too. You can have people who can influence you and put Bigfoot on your brain, and then you'll start, well, yeah, I did hear that sound, and it kind of did sound a little weird, and that person will influence you and stuff too. So I don't want that. I want to make sure I'm not doing that. None of my group members are doing that. So I take it very seriously when we are considering a camp out with a group, and are going to take people out. I don't get paid for that. Not going to ask money for that, because it is a big undertaking, and it is a big responsibility, actually, and a lot more legal stuff that you have to actually do if you want to do it the right way, than just getting paid to take people out and go Bigfooting. I mean, that's the simple thing. If you want to do it the exact right way and stuff, you gonna invest a couple $100 just to get permits and make sure you're able to do stuff, insurance, possibly. there's a lot of factors and stuff because, you know, people can get hurt. People get hurt regularly in the woods and stuff, not looking for Bigfoot. And then if you actually want to take someone and go knee deep in a swamp and muck and go hiking in 90-degree weather, or it's when it's raining or when it's snowing and stuff, you know, things can happen. So it's very, it would be very foolish to not take such considerations in planning when you're wanting to do some undertaking like that. You know, it's easy to go camping and have fun and stuff, but at the same time, you know, those who are leading those campouts and expeditions, they have a responsibility to make sure everyone is safe and everyone is okay and everyone is, well, first and foremost, safe and stuff. And that can come in a form of lots of different ways. It's not just protecting someone against a bear or a wild animal and stuff, but making sure everyone is okay against the heat, against strain, against physical exhaustion, stuff like that. You don't want to be led by someone out in the middle of the boonies for hours and hours and hours, and then you're about to collapse and die, and he's like, "Well, I'm lost," or you know, let's turn around and hike back, and you know, don't take no breaks, don't bring enough water for you guys. Make sure everything is, all the supplies are good, everything's needed, everyone's fed, and stuff like that. So people are just focused on making money and turning profit. You know, you should open your eyes up a little bit more. So your well-being and stuff should be the most priority that they should have on their mind at all times, more so than getting a Bigfoot or making that money. All right, so we're an hour in. What is it, 10 o'clock? All righty. I think so I'll save some of these videos. I got a couple wildlife videos and stuff I was going to show for some stuff, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. I think I'm going to probably get off for the night and stuff. Of course, I have work tomorrow, and I don't know if Pat is going to jump on or not. I was kind of waiting for him to jump on. I know he said he wanted to do something. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. He's out in the woods. Maybe we'll have an experience and stuff. It'll change his whole perspective on this topic. Definitely is what he needs, is a new real deal encounter with something safely, of course, you know, with Petey out there being safe. Because that's what we all need. We need more encounters. We need more evidence. We need more people, researchers, and people in the community to have their own encounter, so they can grow in their experience, and we can get out of this Bigfoot plateau that we're in, and we can grow and move on to the next level and evolve and get better evidence and actually confirmation, and then observation and study. And conservation and cohabitation and stuff like that, you know, because it's a domino effect. Once you start doing one thing, it's going to lead to other things and issues. You know, if Bigfoot's discovered, there'll probably be riots in the streets because there's going to be a whole list of issues that we are going to have to face. Industries affected, vacations, potentially people's properties and stuff, you know. But I'd like to think of it as this, you know, if they've been around us for this long, and for the most part, there's not a lot of instances of attacks and people going missing and kidnappings, but there are strange ones out there. I think for the most part, you know, like all animals out there, you know, if you leave them alone, for the most part, they'll leave you alone, and there isn't really much to worry about because on average, for the general public, Bigfoot doesn't even exist. So what's the issue? So that's why I think, for the most part, the government doesn't want you to know, is because, if it doesn't exist, there's no problem. If there's no problem, then why does there need to be one created from panic? Because there's a 7 foot or 8 foot or 10 foot, 12 foot tall monster, basically, in all general sense, monster out in the woods in your backyard living next to your family. That would scare the American people to a panic. And well, we can't have that because that's national security, which is the reason why they keep it a secret. It's national security reasons. So it makes you kind of want to ponder and stuff. Everyone, if you would please give a nice shout out and welcome to Ryan and stuff, and make sure you check out him on his YouTube and Facebook. Also, subscribe to him, check him out, check his work out on Facebook. He does a lot of Wendigo and, of course, Native American legends and cryptids and misinterpretation of those things. And, of course, me and him did a show on Native American Bigfoot misconceptions and a little bit more of cryptids and skinwalkers. And we did a pretty good show and stuff. So make sure you check out Ryan and his channel and on Facebook. All right. Well, with that, I think we are going to be probably done, guys. I'm actually a little hungry. I might grab a little snack, or I might just drink some milk and stuff. I'm a big milk drinker. I like to drink milk, so might have a big old glass of milk and think about setting up another show with Ryan. I think that'd be a great idea. Let me know. I can do anytime during the week, basically at 9:00. So the earliest. So you let me know with what works with you, and then we can set up and we can do another good show on Native American stuff or cryptids or just straight up the Wendigo stuff you've been working on. You'd be a great person for other people to interview and have on their show. So everyone, please, if you want to have a good guest, Ryan's a good guy to have you fill your show and stuff with lots of good information. So I definitely implore you guys to check that out. Check him out. So anyways, we're going to be done. Links in the description for tickets. The location is Mason, Michigan, 700 East Ash Street. 700 East Ash Street, Mason, Michigan. That's Mason, Michigan. It'd be a great opportunity. We are going to, so the conference is on a Saturday. I'm going to be camping out Saturday and Sunday and at least Monday. And we'll figure out what happens on Tuesday. But so that is my schedule and stuff. So that is the plan. So this conference is on a Saturday. So if you guys can make the road trips, come on up in here. You have Friday and stuff to kind of relax and stuff. And then Saturday morning, 10 a.m., not too early. We're going to get the ball rolling and stuff and have the conference started and stuff. So doors open at 9. And have a list of speakers here. Probably, I would say 2 weeks, no more than 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can't, I can't tell the future and stuff, but as soon as the list is pretty much done, I will present it to you guys. And really, my kind of whole thought process and focus on this is how do I make it different than other conferences, and how do I not make it just basic, speaker goes on stage and does his talk and then, but more or less try to train the public, the general public, and change their mindset of if they encounter stuff, what to do at least, or what they can remember to do, right? And maybe at least, spread some contacts and stuff, so at least they can contact me, contact other speakers, contact other people if they do come across encounters or evidence and stuff, or we might inspire new researchers to go out and find evidence and start new groups. And it's definitely needed. We definitely need that here in Michigan and other places. We need it more younger generations each and every year and stuff, Don't I think Bigfooting's ever going to die out, but we definitely need fresh blood and sets of eyes and sets of brains brains for us to figure out what's going on and to get out of this plateau, because we're stuck in this little box, and it's very rigid, it's very rough, and we need to break out of this box and think outside of it and figure out what's going on. So that is really what I want to try to accomplish at the conference, is not just be another stand up and talk and do the thing, but to really try to influence and talk to people and talk about Bigfoot on the brain and stuff too, to influence and make sure people are kind of subjected to a different point of view than the regular Bigfoot conference crowd type of thing, So I'm excited about it. It's coming. It's going to be here very, very shortly. Time's just flying by, it seems like, for me. So it would be a big help for you guys to support us, support me. Come to the conference, hang out with us, go camping with us, potentially encounter Bigfoot, be witness, get evidence, because that's going to be an awesome main focus too. And I would love to have everyone who can make it to Michigan come out to Michigan and stuff. I will love to host you guys and make sure you guys are fed well and definitely have a good time and stuff. Even if it rains and it's crappy weather, I'm still going to be out in the woods trying to have a good time. Still going to try to do research and get evidence, and that's the only thing I can help, is to have fun, to be good, and I think with God by my side and stuff, and everyone's side, I think a lot of things are possible. Everything's possible, and a lot of doors have been opening up for me, and I have to praise God, because He's the only one who's been opening up these doors miraculously and most comically at times, because it's just amazing how things work out. So I am just very hopeful in things, and this is going to be another opportunity each and every year to come together, to network, to camp, and to really spread the knowledge and information of what's really happening with Bigfoot, with the Bigfoot idea, Bigfoot on the brain, and how can we get outside of this box and get some people out who are already outside of the box, get them in. I mean, not stuck in the box, but get them to throw some ideas into the box to help us, because we definitely need some outside influences, and just to break out of this plateau, these chains that we're just been dragging for 50 plus years, because whatever we're doing is simply not working, right? So I've been thinking about that on this break of, well, what can I do to change up my strategies? What can I do, that's not Bigfoot on the brain, that's not going to influence things when I'm out there? And so, but I'm back, refreshed, feeling good, ready to go for this conference. So if you guys are close, can come to Mason, Michigan, let me know, and we'll make it happen. Get you the camp out and all that. There are plenty of spaces for this camp out, plenty of spaces for the conference and stuff. So I don't think we're gonna get overrun or anything like that. So plenty of spaces for the camp out. I don't think the campground and stuff. And then it is It is a primitive camp spot. There are, of course, porta potties, and there's water and stuff. And then there are, of course, RV hookups for electricity and stuff like that. So you can actually, if you want to bring horses, you can bring horses too. So you can get all set up if you really wanted to. That'd be awesome, because there are some trails out there, and utilizing horses would be amazing to use, actually. So there's an idea for anyone who wants to travel, actually wants to take their horses out too. Actually, we can set you up and get you fully outfitted for that kind of equestrian campground. So, all right, guys. Well, with that, we are going to shut this show down. I appreciate everyone for joining and interacting and taking a listen, and everyone who's going to watch the show after the fact. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. I hope he opens all the doors to your life for all the great opportunities and stuff. And no matter what's the struggles and stuff, always have faith and patience, because there always is a new day, a new light, a new fresh start. So it's never too old. Time never runs out. You can always change and make things totally different. And I have to say that God is the number one cause of many opportunities and changes in my life. All good, I have to say. Puts a smile on my face, I can truly say. So with that, give him praise always. I hope everyone has a good rest of the night, good rest of the week. I might do a show Saturday, I might not, so don't hold me to it. We'll check. We'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.